Noxcrew! So, yeah, the factory has all sorts of things going on, and if you really look specifically, you can see a lot of kind of elements that we use around the factory. So being carried around by little like cranes and conveyor belts and stuff like that. And over there you've got the game graveyard where we hold a lot of the old games. So PS stands for
Penguin Slide.
Penguin Slide, nice. And then you've got Factory, Pyramid, all sorts of different games over there. It's as if it's to kind of give this feeling that we store the games in boxes when we're done with them, and you know, stash them away. So then you've got a lot of like rail carts and stuff that we used back in EP4 to actually ship the players around the factory, but we kind of got feedback that the minecart tracks were awesome, but they took too long to kind of to transport the players around. So again, you've got lots of elements here from different games. Sprint, I'm not actually sure which that one's from. Obviously Nox, Creep Ahead, you know, stuff like that. So we just kind of dumped the use of the tracks. These tracks actually used to go to each of the games. So we'd set people on the tracks and then they get shipped off to the games. And then,
another issue with that was how far the games started being away from the factory, just because we have so many games that we build here.
Yeah,
it's tough to get them as close as the original ones.
Yeah, so we had to keep on moving the games closer to the factory to attach them to the factory, so that the players can then minecart to the game. And that was a whole nother story of itself, you know, that you had to build extra lobbies.
We had to put them in like the places where they'd actually fit in with the whole factory as well.
And it slowed down the kind of process of making the game show. So we dumped that idea, but we never destroyed the actual the tracks themselves and the rooms that they go in. So actually, if you explore this factory, it goes on and on and on. And there's so many different rooms with so many different things going on. One day, you know, we'll make use of them. They'll be explorable and stuff like that. But at the moment, they're just kind of stored, waiting to be used. So, yeah, we get to this middle bit. And this is the part we now decide the game. We scrapped the Decision Dome a long time ago, and I think we might be returning to the Decision Dome idea eventually. But in its current state, we do this very weird thing where the butcher throws a chicken down this. I think you can see this in the first-person perspectives. Throws a chicken, and I think he stands here, and he tries to shoot the chicken. It's really weird. And then that somehow decides the game, and the game logo comes up here. So this is actually Nox Games, the very final game that we played of EP6. So look above the Noxcrew Gameshow sign. We're gonna decide on the first game. So Butcher, can you please show us what the first game's gonna be?
I thought he just said butt chuck.
I thought he said like
he said butt cheek.
Butt cheek. Please tell us what the game is gonna be.
Butcher. I said Butcher. I didn't say butt cheek.
All right, butt cheek. First game is House with a Door.
He's gonna get that nickname now.
Wait. So the Hellbots can do whatever we say, right?
It's Picture Panic 2. Okay.
Oh.
So.
All right. I did not get that from that sign.
No, neither did I.
I'll tell you the names.
It's not build a house and have a nice day on the with a sunny, you know, backyard.
Welcome to our first episode of Noxcrew Survival.
So, if we can each get into these tubes to our left and right, obviously color correspondence. So, one person each. Do not jump when you're in.
You just
Do not.
What if I want
jump?
to?
Do not jump.
Okay.
Okay.
Do
I'll
not
tell
jump.
you when.
Jumped.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Jump.
Oh, whoa!
Oh.
Hello.
Whoa.
Where are we?
Oh God, I feel.
We're not in Kansas anymore. That's for sure.
That was insane.
That was beautiful.
And yeah, and then we pick the game. And actually, what happens in the behind the scenes? Landlord, do you want to lead me to the control room?
Yeah. Wait, I believe.
He's lost it.
No, it's behind the wall.
He's
here.
got it. He's got it.
In the control room.
Here we go. So this is a control room that the redstone managers sit in while the game show's going on. And he will... So this is for like the helper bots and the camera bots to get onto the correct...
If I can butt in for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
This is actually the backup sort of emergency control room. I designed this specifically for our server guy, MeWolf, because he couldn't figure out how to get anywhere. So I thought this might help him. But the actual master room where all the stuff comes from is down here.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Yep. And I talked about this system in depth in my video as well. But essentially, this is where Job picks the teleport locations from, turns them on and off, and then this machine over here is actually what teleports the contestants.
So yeah, if we actually click, so let's say we want to go to Nox Games, and we click Nox Games, and then Joe will say configuring teleport complete, destination Nox Games. So then let's go back. Oh, you shut off my exit, my entrance. I should have a compass actually. We actually we made compasses invisible so that the cameras can all carry them. So that if they get stuck anytime, they can use them to get themselves out of these holes.
And the contestants wouldn't see the compass floating around in midair. There were a lot of invisible people sort of flying around the games as well. Nox was usually invisible watching. Landlord and I were both there flying through the air.
Yeah.
Aye. So now that Nox Games is configured in the teleporter, let's go ahead. So we ask them to get into these tubes here, and as you notice, it's given me a jump boost and resistance. Obviously resistance so that I don't kill myself from the fall, and a jump boost. And what happens is, hopefully this will work. As soon as they jump, it teleports them, and they land on the other side. So Landlord just came down that tube. That was beautiful. Avon, you just chose to teleport because you're cheeky.
That's what I had to do. I didn't get to be on a team.
So it was to make them feel like they were being thrown around in tubes, like speed tubes. That was our kind of remedy for making the transportation faster. Is to use
and
this...
if you'll come back here for a second, back in this room. One thing you might notice when you're watching the first-person perspectives of all the different game lobbies is that there's these tunnels here that come in and out of the walls. And so the story here was that the helper bots could fly into the game show sign back in the Decision Dome. So there was O's of different colors, one for each team, and inside of that they had their own teleport rooms that sent them here. That didn't work for you because you're not considered a helper bot. So yeah.
I might go back to the dial to actually show that.
Yeah, you should.
What dial? So, yeah, so obviously as the helper bots and the cameras don't go in the tubes, because that would be kind of immersion breaking. It'd be like, oh, they use the tubes. They have their own little secret entrances and exits around the factory. So here you have all the games and the entry hall. So obviously this is not going to work for me because I'm not in the right scoreboard team. But yeah,
let's put you on there.
Okay, go ahead. Fire me up, Scotty. Johnny. Lobster ref.
Okay, try it now.
Okay. So if I want to go to Nox Games, there we go. Bang, it'll TP me here. All right, so by the time the contestants have arrived, then the cameras and the helper bots can join them by coming here. I think it's mainly for the helper bots because the cameras actually... I think they just teleport because cameras need to always be recording the players at all times so we don't miss anything. So they just teleport around. They've got an entire teleportation system written in a document somewhere that I've written. So yeah, then they get here, and obviously the sign tells us where to go to, and bang, we're at the game. And that is pretty much the exact same for every single one of the games in the entire factory. And yeah.
We used to have some more interactive routes, didn't we? Certain games.
Yeah, I guess Blockskit Beach had one of the more interesting.
We should go.
The
look
old
at that for sure.
Bomber Team one had one as well when you went underground. Remember that one?
Yeah. So let's warp to Dial. Well, actually, let's warp.
Come here
to...
if you want to come to me.
No, I think it was BB.
Come to me though. Teleport to me.
BBL. BBL. That stands for Blockskit Beach Lobby. So when they get to Blockskit Beach, you know, you can remember this lovely area. But to our left, we have we have the entrance.
Rumbled.
Yeah, you've been you've been found out.
He
So
pulled back
obviously-
the curtain.
Obviously, in the episode, when they looked at that, they were like fascinated, and they didn't realize that there was just some kid stood behind here, just flipping that lever, making it all feel scary and stuff. And the cameras and the helper bots come out, and join them. And then we run through this entire like little roleplay section where I tell them, kind of like, oh, this was the sacrificial pit. In the old days when Blockskit Beach was like a game they used to play to decide who was the next person to be sacrificed and stuff like that. And it kind of, you know, increases that roleplay narrative aspect to it. And this is where we met Lobster Ref. That's a lovely whistle.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did, yeah. Got
Oh,
the
I
whistles
couldn't hear
back.
it. Sorry, I hit it like 10 times. Whoops.
On Turtle Cove? What do we call it?
I think Turtle
I think it was
Cove.
Cove, yeah. Yeah, and then we head. There's a sandcastle here. Nice.
Oh, good. They took the sign out.
Yeah. There's some funny Easter eggs sitting around and stuff. And bench press if they're feeling feisty. And then they've got their own changing rooms and stuff like that. They've got showers. And, you know, we make them kind of go through this before they start up the game. Just to make it, again, feel like it's a real basketball match, I guess you can compare it to. And then they walk out onto the field, like in any old kind of stadium game. Boom.
Wow.
Okay, careful. Hold it.
I would never.
These tiki
would
masks
I?
are haunted. So,
Oh my god!
Are they?
Like my mother!
Hey, what's up, bro?
I want to run into it.
It's the cameras and the help bots. It's okay.
Hello, Helpbot.
So,
I love this help bot, man.
let's walk on. Is everyone
Hey,
here?
Blue
Let's do this.
Helpbot, can I have a stick?
Right, follow me, please. Just behind.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. So, Blockskit Beach
Fine.
was founded as it
Hello,
was
team.
the most popular place for the blockskit sport, which goes way back to the old days when it was a tribal tradition to discover who to sacrifice to the tiki gods. Basically, the losers were always sacrificed. And right here, we're passing the famous tiki shrine where those exact sacrificial ceremonies took place.
Oh,
I see some of the skulls over
Which
there.
is, that
Guys,
signifies
wow.
he's gonna get sacrificed, right?
Blue team, look, it's your home.
Well, it's
Wow.
2014.
I'm pretty sure I see some yellow smeared all about there, and I don't see any blue whatsoever.
There's a lot of yellow.
Can I just say that we went from painting a nice little sunny picture to literal decapitations? 'Cause
Okay,
that's what.
onwards.
The river will flow yellow.
And this is
That's a lot of people peed in the river then.
Kind of horrible.
this is Turtle Cove, where all the lovely
Okay.
Blockskit turtles come to bathe and relax. Oh, and there's Lobster Ref. Everyone say hi and wave. Hello, Lobster Ref.
Lobster Ref.
Hi, Zoidberg.
Whoa, what?
He'll be refereeing our game.
Oh,
Is that
okay,
is that Zoidberg?
I was gonna say that's Zoidberg.
No.
Hi, Zoidberg.
Zoidberg!
Why not Zoidberg?
They couldn't
Okay.
afford Zoidberg for legal
Was
reasons.
that you, Ant?
Let's go
Yeah.
straight
What was
through.
that?
That was me.
So yeah, there's many games exactly like this that kind of has this, you know, interactivity element to it. A lot of role play stuff that we go through, and yeah, I mean, I guess we don't really have the time to show all that. We might show in other videos. Who knows? But yeah, that was it. I think. Landlord, Avon,
Well, you gotta get the parrot.
the parrot.
We're already here.
Where is the parrot?
up in the air.
Oh, that parrot. He's in the rule video. It's fine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I remember Stronky complaining that it was such a beautiful shot that he got, like, looking over the Bloxy arena, and then you just see this parrot having a poo.
It's the best build that we did.
Yeah. And you can actually ride in the parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you very much for joining us. This was the behind the scenes, totally and completely, almost. We lied. There's so much more stuff to cover.
Yeah.
But that was the basics. That was the introduction.
Heavily scripted and rehearsed, of course.
Yes, tons of rehearsing, tons of testing goes into that. Everyone needs to know exactly what they're doing on the night. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. This was Noxite, Epic Landlord, the most talkative of the bunch. I love you, Landlord. And Avondale.
I'm a massive chatterbox, as you can.
And
You
Avondale
stop talking.
1718.
Wow.
Avondale.
Bye, guys.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye.
Thanks.